Hi everyone, it's Elsie here and I have a Hit Kit Club layout for you today. I'm using the October 2019 kits, which are just full of the most gorgeous autumnal goodness. So I'm starting out with a bit of paper piecing, and I thought I would do a little fox because there are a couple of sort of fox embellishments in the kits, and yeah, just foxes always remind me of autumn, and yeah, they're just really cute. So what I did was that I drew this little fox on some scrap paper, and now I'm just using some tracing paper to trace over it. So what this does, it allows me to sort of flip the sketch over and transfer that pencil onto the pattern papers that I want to use, and so I can accurately cut out the pieces that I need to piece together the fox. So it's really simple and cheap to do, really, because tracing paper just costs nothing. I've got a massive sheet, pack of 40 sheets or something, and yeah, they just last a good while. So yeah, it's good something to do if you don't have a silhouette or a die cutting machine. This is what I used to do before I got one, and yeah, I just felt like bringing it back to basics and sort of creating my own little cute little autumnal fox. So I'm using this Pretty Little Studio Indian Summer, I want to call it. The collection, maybe it's called Indian Summer, I don't know. Anyway, it's obviously in the main kit and the paper add-on, but it's called Cozy Sweater, and it's got this plaid on one side, and then on the other side it's got a perfect autumnal orange. I was about to say yellow, it's not yellow, it's orange. Yeah, that was perfect for sort of a cute little fox colour, and it's got a very subtle pattern on it, so yeah, it just adds the right amount of detail without it being too much and confusing and kind of in your face. So I'm using one of those Paige Evans papers to sort of cut out the few little sort of brown bits, like the legs and the little nose for the fox. And yeah, I keep referencing the tracing paper sketch I made just so I know that everything's kind of all matching up and everything fits in the same place, and I'm getting all the proportions right and things like that, because it can get a bit confusing and then you don't want things looking like wonky. Yeah, so just using some white paper as well, white cardstock, to do the face and the furry chest bit of the fox and the tail. And yeah, so this does take a little while to do, but it was kind of quick for me. Yeah, once I'd drawn the fox and kind of got the style of the fox that I wanted, it's really enjoyable, this thing. And I was watching old episodes of Bake Off whilst I was making this and then stitching it, so I was having a great time. Yeah, so again, just making sure everything's lining up. I don't know whether this is really boring to watch, but I just thought I'd leave it all in just so you can see sort of the process. And yeah, I will obviously do some stitching in a minute, and that just adds in all the details, like the curve of the tail. That kind of helps define the fox a little bit. So yeah, just, I don't know what else to say now. This is really boring. I should probably cut this down. Apologies if you're finding this really boring, but anyway. Oh dear. Well, it kind of looks like a cat at that angle, with it looks like it's got a really long neck. But no, it's definitely a fox. So yeah, at one point I was kind of drawing a fox and I was like, this looks like a raccoon, and I kept thinking I've drawn a raccoon and not a fox. I'm not the best at drawing. Yeah, I can't draw faces and people, but animals I can kind of do and things like that. So yeah, a little fox is really simple, and the parts to sort of create a fox are easy to to mimic. So now I'm backing the whole thing onto some white cardstock, and yeah, this will just help me when I'm doing my stitching, so I can stitch right up to the line. I don't have to worry about the paper ripping or anything like that. So I found some matching orange thread and brown thread and white thread from my stash, and yeah, just stitched around around all the details and everything. And yeah, as you can see, that's the result. I love the look of it. I also decided to use this Pretty Little Studio paper as my background, and off camera I decided to sort of define the edge of the wreath with a chain link stitch. I was in a very stitchy mood today, so yeah, it's it adds a really, like, a lot of detail, the chain link stitch, and it's obviously a lot more sort of bulky than a regular sort of running stitch. So yeah, they just worked nice. It was a nice little textural element to define that edge of the wreath. So obviously I'm going to create a little scene in this wreath. Yeah, if you know me and know my layouts, I kind of always end up creating a scene. I don't know why, it just makes sense in my head. Like if I try to do something a different style, I just don't think I could. So I'm using another Pretty Little Studio paper as sort of my quote-unquote sky, and it's obviously purple sky, but it's autumn, so it kind of makes sense, I think. And I wanted something that was quite light in colour. I didn't want to you know, sort of do a bright blue, because I think that would just be too much, but the purple like wash kind of works well. So I'm just using a really ugly colour of cardstock to sort of stick the whole layout onto, and that wasn't from the kits or anything, that was just from my stash. That yeah, I don't like that cardstock, so I was willing to sacrifice that one to make sure everything was stuck together. And now it's just a case of embellishing. Yeah, because the paper piecing fox is so big and the wreath is such a statement piece, I didn't really need much more. I added in a few of these trees that are from the chipboard pack, which was either in the main or embellishment kits, and yeah, they just nice little autumnal element, and I really like the way they look on top of like the quote-unquote hill. I debated for ages whether or not to leave that hat on the fox. I think it looks cute, but it just is slightly out of proportion. It was bothering me, so I decided in the end not to. And then yeah, it didn't really need too much more adding to it, I don't think, because everything, as I said, everything else was so busy. But yeah, just added, trying to figure out what my title was going to be, whether I wanted to use these phrase stickers or alphabet stickers to spell out something, or use a die cut or whatever. And nothing really went, like, I love those black alphas, but they just kind of weirdly blended in too much with that busy wreath. So I debated whether to use that Home Sweet Home banner, which I really like, but I don't know, it just didn't fit. And then I ended up using that Hello Full sticker, and yeah, that just kind of worked the best, I think, because it had that purple in to kind of match the sky, and then the black full writing kind of matched, or it kind of stood out a lot more. Yeah, that just fitted there. So placing a little cluster on the bottom of the fox, and I also placed my photo on the left side of the fox, and that just kind of yeah, helps the layout kind of make sense, and the photo sort of be part of the layout. And yeah, here's my layout. So I really hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you check out the hip kits, and I shall see you very soon. Bye everyone.